So why people never change? Think about why people even want to change or get to that point of saying, I want to change. Most of the time, it's to gain approval from someone or people, just in general, group of people, whether it's in the romantic, whether it's family, whether it's, close friends, all of the above. It's just to gain the approval back. Just because somewhere along the lines they either got cut off, they sensed that who they were was not as being accepted. So that's a big reason why people even think about changing. But when you come from that angle of trying to gain approval back, it works in the beginning. Temporarily, okay, let's say you come across that, you start to change, you start to, okay, I need to transform my life back. Once they see the approval come back, they slowly start to let go again. So it only works for a very short time when you do it to get approval from other people. So that's why I guess it's hard to say that they changed, because yes, they do, but very short time. And it's all an image, it's all strategy, it's all a way to convince someone that they've changed. So again, that doesn't work when you do it to convince someone. I've been driving with the sensor telling me that my tire is low on air for like 2 weeks now. I can put air on this local gas station, but they're doing some construction and there's no access to the air. Okay, well, what are we talking about? Oh yeah, change. So if when people do it from the, let me convince you that I'm a new person now. People that break up and make up, a lot of time is that they aim for a change, fall back into the same routine, same patterns. So that's the next thing I want to talk about, patterns. So when someone changes or decides to change, and for it to really work, it has to come from a place of switching behavior for you, for your own personal growth. So really what change means is changing your patterns, your habits, your behavior for you when no one's watching. That's how you change. And that you got to do it 100% for you. Think about the people that have known you, and when you're doing your best, when you are at your happiest, they'll never ask you to change, right? Because your behaviors, your patterns, how you act, who you are, it's you, you're congruent. Why would you even want to change? You want to evolve, you want to become better, sure. You want to grow and, keep climbing, yes. But that doesn't mean change who you are or what you're doing. It just means adding on or improving too. Whenever you come across that, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's a group of friends, whatever it is that you hit that wall of either you need to change or the person needs to change, the best thing to do is to let go of that. Let go of that relationship, let go of that friendship. Because then you'll get stuck in that cycle that I talked about earlier of changing to be convinced or to convince someone. And again, that never works. Even if, and let's talk the hypotheticals, right? Let's say said person changes. Real change doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen in a 30-day transformation, in a 90-day transformation. Your body can, your muscles can, but your way of thinking, your patterns, your behaviors, your enlightenment doesn't change that fast. It takes years. I'm going on almost 2 years of sobriety, no drinking, and I'm still paying for the consequences of it. So change is slow. At least the real change, the positive change, is very slow. And it's not, every time I get on this off ramp, the camera falls. What I'm trying to say is that change is for you. You gotta do it on your own. You gotta do it by yourself. You gotta do it to be you, and then connect with people, and then be able to exchange who you are. Keyword exchange. Man, battery low already. But maybe let's run it and see how far we get. Sometimes when you change to convince someone, doesn't necessarily mean that the people you're trying to convince that they're good. It's just where you at in life don't connect. It's just not what your values are. So sometimes when you change, when you evolve, the people that you change for, they're pieces of shit. You learn that they're not the greatest people either. and they don't want to change. So what happens then? Out the gym, let the battery charge, put some glasses on. I'm a changed person. I'm brand new now. I changed. Sometimes when you change with certain people, just because you realize that you're just not being treated right, even though you are a good person, but you are trying to be accepted with certain people, whether again relationships or friends or family, all that. And there's times where you get tired of being what they want you to be, or tired of pretending to accept how they are. So you change, and that's when you hear people sometimes say, oh, you changed. A lot of times is because you're no longer accepting the treatment, you're no longer letting yourself be manipulated. So yeah, you have to change, you have to detach. So the best thing is not to necessarily change, but to just get out of there, detach. I know it's hard sometimes when it's family. I know sometimes the relationships, the breakups, it's not fun, it's not easy, it's not as easy as just disposing of someone. So you do want to give chances, or you do want to hope that things get better, or for the people to change their bad ways. But again, back to that, no one truly changes overnight, or changes. Yeah, no one really changes. I can't stress that enough. You attract what you are. That's one thing that it always resonates with me. You attract what you are. And that's real. It's almost the same as misery loves company. Sometimes if you're miserable, you're going to be around miserable people, because that's kind of who it's easier to connect with. And then same as you are what you attract, right? If you are looking to grow, you're looking to better yourself, you are active on things, you trying to grow the business, trying to grow physically, mentally, then you are gonna find yourself around those places, around the gyms, around the, with people that are looking to grow their business themselves. So that's, that's when you are attracting what you are, what you want to be. And you truly gotta want to do it for you, for yourself. Back to the beginning, don't do it because you're trying to gain or convince someone that you are something that you're yet to become, because all that takes time. And change, you don't have to tell anyone, you don't have to explain it, you don't have to announce it. It's just something people see, people notice, people feel. It's the congruency in your actions. Thanks for watching.